So today I am doing some meal prepping. I said I was gonna do this a little while ago, but I do have some meat on hand that I don't think I'm gonna be using for any Emeals anytime soon. So I decided that I am gonna use this time, and I'm gonna use this meat, and I am gonna cook it, and then I'm gonna freeze it for a later time. So I can cook it, I can freeze it up to 6 months, and we're towards the, like, we got what, 10 more days in October. I'm gonna eat it before then. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I've got some leftover pork loin. There was like half a pork loin that I used in one of my other recipes from a while ago. Froze the meat that I didn't use. And then I got some parsley. Wanted to use it before it went bad. Some of the potatoes I chopped up, the carrots, and then some leftover, I had some leftover green beans and roasted tomatoes from another recipe that we did like yesterday. And then I'm gonna use some of this broth. I have some chicken broth and some beef stock. I'm just gonna kind of combine them both. And then I'm gonna throw it in the Instapot, let that cook down. And then I'm gonna bag it up, let it cool down, bag it up. But then that'll be one of my first meals that I'll be doing for my meal prep later on when our daughter is here. And then after, or while I'm doing this, then I'm going to start doing the grilled chicken. Looks like, yep. We're doing grilled chicken Cordon Bleu today. I know there's a gap in our schedule. Did not feel like cooking these days, so I just bumped it all for today. So today's Thursday, we're gonna start Thursday and then go from there. Anyways, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. As you can see, I've already chopped that up. I'm gonna leave the baby carrots whole. But yeah, we're just gonna pour it all in the Instapot, let that cook down, let the flavors get in. The flavoring that I put on the pork was Holy Smoke pork rub. There was like a Holy Smokes meat rub, and salt, pepper, onion powder, and then I did a little bit of accent. So we did a little bit of accent on it, so like all the flavors really kick in. And then I'm gonna also put in probably like a teaspoon of garlic or a tablespoon of garlic, depending on what it looks like when I put it in the Instapot. Put that pork in, put my green beans and tomatoes, baby carrots, parsley. What do you want, bud? There's nothing for you. Oh, you thought it was your food bowl. That's why you came running. And we'll do a tablespoon of garlic because this looks like a lot more than when it's all put together. Just gonna do a half combo. So you know what? I might end up just using full cup of chicken stock, and then I'm gonna do a half cup of beef broth. There we go. All right, we got all that in there. Instapot this. Pressure cook. I just realized it has a chicken, pasta, soup, beef. It has a chicken and beef setting, but it doesn't have a pork setting. So we're gonna do it as a beef. Let that cook for 30 minutes. And then now I'm gonna get started on dinner. Grilled chicken Cordon Bleu. And then for this one, I don't even know what the instructions say yet, but I am gonna be using this. When I did the cheesy Cuban style pork chops, the flavors seem to really come out when I use this. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the chicken Cordon Bleu. And then plus I would also, like I said, I haven't looked at the recipe yet, but it should cut back on dishes. Okay, so I have my boneless, skinless chicken breast. If it looks like it's shredded to hell, it's because it's one whole chicken breast, and we cut it in half because the chicken breasts are way too freaking big for both me and James to eat one each. So we just cut them in half, and then that one chicken is just a meal for him and I. So it's two chicken breasts. Okay, so I have salt and pepper I put on this because, of course, Emeals is gonna lack on their seasoning. So I at least put some salt and pepper on this. And the ingredients we need are the boneless, skinless chicken breast, olive oil, pepper, salt, honey mustard. I got my honey ham and Swiss cheese. So what it says to do is to preheat grill or grill pan on medium-high heat. Again, like I said earlier, I'm gonna be using my Dutch oven. Pound chicken to even thickness between the plastic wrap and the meat mallet. Brush with oil, sprinkle with salt and pepper. Well, I already put the salt and pepper on. I let it season with the salt and pepper for a little bit. I'm gonna pour the oil into here. I'm gonna let that warm up. While I am waiting for the Dutch oven to heat up. My side is supposed to be refrigerated mashed potatoes. I opted not to do that. I cut up my own potatoes and I'm just gonna mash them myself. And then it's a side of broccoli florets. So I should probably chop up the broccoli. Yeah, I need to chop up the broccoli. Okay, I still feel like there's not enough seasoning on this, so I am throwing some poultry seasoning on this chicken, just because I just feel like salt and pepper is not gonna be enough. All right, chicken's done cooking. So now what it says to do is to brush the chicken with honey mustard, top with ham slices and cheese, cook and covered for 2 minutes until the cheese melts. Got my honey mustard on there. Now I'm going to add the ham and cheese slices. Let that cook for another couple minutes. Put that back on the heat. Should still be hot, but I'll put it back on. And now I'm gonna get started on cutting up this broccoli crown for my broccoli florets. All right, so I got my broccoli cut up. Now, something I'm gonna do a little bit differently now, and I learned this tip from another YouTuber. I follow him quite a bit, is Joshua Wiseman. So he says to take any veggie cuttings. So I'm gonna start taking any trimmings, cuttings that I have, and I'm gonna start saving them because I can use them for veggie stock. So I'm gonna start being more resourceful with my leftovers as far as the veggies that I don't use at the time of the dinner, and start using them for other things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bag this up, and then when I start getting some other veggies from some other recipes later on down the road, I'll throw it in the bag as well. And then use it for something, I don't know. But we'll put it in the freezer, and then anytime I get any other vegetables where I have some leftover scraps, I'm just gonna add it to the bag. And I'm gonna take his advice, and I'm just gonna make a veggie stock at some point in time. So I got my broccoli here, I got my steam basket. I'm gonna plop that in. I have a little bit of water in the pot. Just gonna throw the broccoli on here. I'm gonna let this cook. Well, before I do that, let me do my big old reveal. Let's see what the chicken looked like. I was on the phone, so ooh, okay, we're good. All right, okay, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Okay, smells good. My potatoes should be done. I said in one of my other videos that I like putting blue cheese in my mashed potatoes. I don't have any blue cheese right now, so we're gonna skip that part. I'm gonna plop this, whatever's left of this butter in here. Some cream. I have half and half right now. So that's what I had in my fridge. It needs to get used. Some pepper and some Himalayan salt. Onion powder. We put some onion powder. Last little bit I'm gonna do, it's gonna be a little bit different. So since I don't have blue cheese, I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I don't know if anybody else out there has the same problem I do now. Rick and Morty ruined me. Anytime I see the word Parmesan, I think Parmesan. So if you ever hear me call it Parmesan, it's because of an episode on Rick and Morty. All right, I added a little slather of cream cheese to it, because something about the flavor wasn't quite there. And it's just because I probably don't have the blue cheese in here. I really like having blue cheese in this. But this is experimental. We'll see how it works with the cream cheese. I think that's what it needed. Cream cheese. Another tip I'm gonna use from Josh is he talks about in one of his videos about restaurants using citric in the veggies. So I'm gonna use a little bit of lime juice. I'm gonna sprinkle it on my broccoli and just kind of toss it a little bit. I have my chicken, I have my broccoli, I have my mashed potatoes. Now what I'm gonna do, as I usually do when I gotta go to the gym, is I'm gonna pack this all up and I'm gonna save it for later. When I come back from the gym, I'm gonna eat this later tonight because I'm not gonna get back till late tonight. And this is probably one of the very last few classes I will be doing. I'm mainly just cleaning up today. I'm not really gonna be demonstrating anything. My center of gravity is off and I don't trust my body at this point in time to be showing techniques. So I'm gonna help out the best I can, but that's it. So yeah, this is one of my last, probably around the last week. Next week might be my last round of classes. and then I'm out for maternity leave. So, because after this, after I'm done teaching classes, I don't know what it's gonna be like after this month or so. It's gonna be challenging for me because not being at the gym, not being around a bunch of people is gonna be challenging for me. I know it's not the greatest presentation, but it is all set and it is packed and ready to go for later. Oh, I almost forgot my pork tenderloin. It smells good. I forgot that I did this. This is my meal prep and I totally forgot about it. This is one of my first of many dinners I will be prepping to save for later on after she's born. I'm gonna let that cool down and then I'm gonna bag that and freeze it. All right, here we go. Here's my first one. It's still too warm to put in the freezer, but I'm gonna put it on a baking sheet when it cools so that way I can stack them when they're frozen. But I just labeled it pork loin stew. I don't really know what to call it. Anything with a protein, from what I read, you're supposed to eat within 3 months. So I should be eating by January 17th, 2025. Yeah, so that was my first one. I still got many more to do. But yeah, I double bagged this sucker too because I don't trust these bags all the time. Anyways, that does it for today. I'm gonna get ready. Still got a couple hours before I need to go, but I need to relax a little bit. I have been up and I'm starting to feel myself crash. So I'm gonna try to take a power nap. Anyways, thank you for watching.